Alright, so we had this drop that was like a couple 100 point drop, and then we found some buyers last night, and these buyers kept buying, and we've been trending higher, and right now we're trading right around that 21 EMA, and this area where we attempted a bounce on Friday. So we're like more than halfway through this range. So the question is now, we have this. I'm just looking purely at the structure, right? We have this low volume area. And this is gonna be the first area for me to look for sellers. So after this move, of course, right? But then if we get back above it, then we have value area high for Friday right there, which is at 75.04. And then at that point, if we break above Friday's value area high, there's a little bit of resistance here at this low volume node, which is a previous week's low. Not last week's low, but a previous swing low, right? And then we have this magnet here, which was that 75.40, which was a magnet last week. And then we have some resistance up here, and then the 20-day point of control up here at 75.95. Now, if we see buyers, sellers here, the first area to watch is gonna be this single prints, because we had single prints on the way down and then single prints back on the way up. So this area is key today. So if we come down, I'm gonna be looking for a first initial bounce here. But if we get below this, I think there's a chance that we retrace this distribution from the overnight session, and then come back into Friday's point of control, which is at 7,400. And then on the low side, we have the low. So we have the low from Friday, which is down here at 73.59. Technically, that's the extended hours low. So the RTH low is a little bit higher. It's here at 73, what is it? 80-ish. But then we have the low from the overnight session that's a little lower. And then we have a weekly low from here. It's a little lower. So down here, we have a lot of references. So I'm just wondering if we're going to go retest this. And then we have a gap that hasn't been filled yet from right here. You see this session right here, we had a gap that never got filled. And we got so close to it that we could see another attempt. Sorry. But my initial gut is telling me that we might see a little bit of a balancing day around here with not being able to go anywhere initially. That's usually what we get after a big range. But so far, we're seeing buyers, and we didn't have much of a pullback during the overnight except here. So let's see if we test this area first, come down, and then balance around here, or if we just keep going and then just squeeze the shorts and then go back. Remember that this highs, the all-time highs, are weak. We had 2 days within a tick from each other, so this is an area where still people are watching. June tends to be a rangy month. So we might just do nothing for a while, and then July is supposed to be the the more bullish month of the year. So maybe we just get chopped up a little bit during June, and then people buy the dip starting in July, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, initially watching for this area for resistance, and above that we can look to value area high and then 75.40. We're opening inside the range, so just looking at it might be a little choppy. We have volatility which was elevated, so I would just let this open, give it a few minutes, at least 15 minutes to see what this market wants to do, and then see where the range is established. Use the open as the reference, and then go from there. If I see that we're going back and forth through the open a bunch of times right at the beginning of the session, it's probably going to be a little bit of choppy, and we're going to have a balanced day. NQ was very very bearish the other day. Like, I think it was 1300 point range or something like that. We left the gap there, and we tested. We filled this gap, and we tested all the way down to this low side of this distribution. We still have a bunch of poor structure below on NQ. We have a couple of gaps below. We have some single prints. So, but this is an area where we had some acceptance a few weeks ago. So 29 250-ish is the area to watch for a magnet down here. And if we get back above this low volume node, look for a move back to 30,000. Sorry, my voice is messed up. Gold holding below this range around that high volume node that I mentioned the other day. Remember, I was talking about 43.40. We got there, and now we're just holding there. Acceptance again in this area, watching to see if we get another leg down, or if we go back and get back above the 200 moving average. If we do, then the target becomes again that 20-day point of control, which is here at 45.30. And crude is had a big move up, then came down again back to that 92 area. So not much of a move, still in the same range, still volatile, still headline driven. So I'm not touching crude at this moment. All right, we only have Fed 1 year inflation expectation today at 11 a.m. and then we have some auctions at 11:30, but that's about it for today. As far as the week goes, we have some inflation number towards the end of the week, and then Friday is SpaceX IPO, so I think that's gonna be a big event for this market. So, all right, good luck.